I used my lightsaber to cut my legs off.
If your leg get cut off, would it hurt? Duh. How though? Cause your leg got cut off, fool. Where you gonna feel the pain? In your leg.
Hello friends, and welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise, swearsies, it's just a fact, and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up. Today we're jumping into r/neckbeard stories. I think that's what it is. Might be Tales of Neckbeards. Whatever. It actually comes from my personal subreddit r/ReddX reads. Yes, it is one of them Red exclusives from our good friend user that Irish pirate. No, the Irish pirate 18. I don't know why I call him that Irish pirate. That's crazy. Ramtide's GoFundMe officially over today, so you guys can put your wallets away and whatnot. I do appreciate everybody who donated. Hopefully, the money that he got is going to be able to get him as far as he needs to go, as far as getting a house. I'd also like to mention that this is not part of the Star Wars Shenanigans saga. This is like a side story from what I could tell. It's not in the numerical whatnots that Irish Pirate has going. So I'll be interested to see exactly what we've got here today. So let's go ahead and check it out, shall we? Let's get some plugs and disclaimers out of the way, and then we will dive right into some of this r/neckbeard stories cringe. Solo Fight, a Star Wars Shenanigans story, tabletop gaming gone wrong. And actually, user the Irish Pirate 18 is sitting in the Twitch chat as we're recording this. He said that this is part of the canon story. He just ran out of numbers on the outline. So, correct myself from 30 seconds ago. And yes, this is slotted in where it's supposed to be. Good. Great for us. It's going exactly how it's supposed to go, I'm pretty sure. So, okay, I'm very glad to have ROP in the Twitch chat. I like to do that as much as possible, but I know I stream at a weird time, so I appreciate you staying up late for me. Let's go ahead and get into the story. We've got our intro. I didn't get this one out quite as fast as episode 7. Blame Scotty. He bought me a copy of Elden Ring because he either really likes me or really hates me. Yeah, Elden Ring be like that. I put 30 hours into it in like a week and then never picked it up again because one of my save files got corrupted. So I'm like, hey, whatever. I didn't even want to play this game anyways. So I didn't beat it or anything, but I did play it. I enjoyed what I played, but I got very frustrated losing my character. Hopefully, you're having a better experience than I am. Also, this is going to be the Fallout New Vegas of the series, in that it is part of the series, but the numbers are going to pretend that it doesn't exist. That's pretty sneaky. I like the Fallout New Vegas of the series. Automatically, it's my favorite one. Episode 8 is still going to be the next one, even though it's technically the 9th part of this Red exclusive tabletop gaming saga. Oh, he's using the branding and everything. I'm so proud of you. That's exactly what we gotta do in these days and times. Branding is everything. Answers to some comment questions from the past few episodes. Question 1. Why didn't we just kick him out of the campaign? Answer to that, it wasn't our call. We told HUTTBEARD fairly often that Elroy was getting out of hand, and we were assured that he would handle it. Elroy would flex the play nice muscle for as long as he could, but the problem with goldfish-esque attention spans is... wait, what was I talking about? You got me so good. I identify with that so much. Sometimes I sit down in the Twitch chat, people start playing with the soundboard, and then, wait, what was I talking about? Just recycle the same punchline, it's fine. Question 2 was, why did you not just kill him? Answer, murder is illegal. And although he was annoying enough to earn a cameo appearance in 1 or 2 SAW fantasies, he would not be worth the prison time. No, smartass, why didn't you kill his character? Answer to that, yeah, did I mention the fact that he was force sensitive and had a lightsaber? In Edge of the Empire, lightsabers ignore most types of armor. And besides, how can you kill what the GM will not allow to die? If I were going to get rid of him, it wouldn't be through combat. Yeah, you gotta be clever about it, you know what I mean? Push him off a bridge or something like that. Drop a giant boulder on top of him. I don't know if that really counts as clever, does it? But yeah, HUTTBEARD definitely would never allow this dude to die because dude is out here keeping the store afloat, increasing profits. And while HUTTBEARD is a scumbag, he does seem to understand how capitalism works. He's like, okay, you're giving me money, I gotta be nice to you. That's just how it be sometimes. Anyway, if this is your first exposure to Star Wars Shenanigans, then you're essentially walking in 3/4 of the way through the movie, kind of in the wrong place, if I may say so. I recommend checking out the previous posts over on the Irish Pirate 18's Reddit profile, or you can let ReddX read them to you on his channel. That playlist down in the description, although it's not as fast as reading it yourself because I like to have these little tangents, you know what I mean? Tell you what's going on in my life, how this relates to things that I've experienced. Some people like it, some people don't. If you don't, get out. If you want to jump straight into the long collection of my long-winded, split-attention ass recounting a 6-year-old tale of bitter tabletop annoyance, yeah, the playlist is down in the description. Is that meant for me to say long-winded, split-attention ass? Because I feel like that line was written for me to narrate. I'm pretty sure. Anyways, brief trigger warning here. There is mention of psychiatric hospitalization. So, here we go. That's my Mario voice. That's the best I got for you. Oh, pasta. Oh, linguine. Oh. First, let's get into our cast, though. We got OP, gaming nerd with another baby on the way now. Oh, baby on the way club. High five. Boom. A $15 copay and a week-long vacation with a bag of frozen peas would ensure that this was the last one. Oh, you got the snip? I told my wife I'm going to get the snip after this one, and she said, don't do it. So you know that means we're probably going to have another one. I'm like, look, I'm done. I don't want any more. And she's like, neither do I, but don't do it. Oh, okay. So you're not 100% sure, right? OP's character is Faris. Chafari Sabson is his whole name. He's a chismatic with an unhappy backstory and a moral compass that mostly pointed north. To this point in the campaign, his kill count stands at a staggering 0. His blaster has been purely decorative. But those are always interesting characters to play, are they not? One of the most interesting playthroughs I had through Fallout New Vegas was a 100% speech build. No combat. And it worked out pretty well, honestly. And Irish Pirate said in the Twitch chat that he didn't even ask her. She was not exactly 100% thrilled. That is a big leap to take all by yourself. I wouldn't have done it. Walked in there and been like, yep, that's it for me. I'm checking out of the gene pool. Come on, man. Just maybe. It seems like something you should talk over with your wife, but what do I know? What do I know? Mac is OP's childhood best friend. His character is Nala, a Fallian scoundrel with an unhappy backstory and a moral compass that was caught in an electromagnetic storm of emotion. Or greed. Or both. Mostly greed, I think. Get the bag, bitch! That's what I'm talking about. Peacekeeper was the chillest of dudes, relaxed and friendly like 99.99% of the time. Yeah, that's most of the time. Mostly. His character was Savo, a Rhodian sniper that served as a healthy outlet for the other 0.01%, addicted to drinking paint dye and dishing out long-range flatlines. Ooh, baby! That sounds like a lot of fun. Mostly drinking paint dye. If you haven't tried it, don't try it. I can't sign off on any of that. Chainsmoker was Peacekeeper's best friend forever, self-aware and self-accepting of his limited roleplay abilities. No, we don't sign off on that. Apply yourself, try. It's one of those things that you can get better at through practice. But if he doesn't want to, I guess whatever. At least he shows up, I guess. He's always quick with a joke or to light up a smoke. And if a fight breaks out, that is where he'll be. I mean, that's the only time that he's in the game shop, essentially. Otherwise, his character's just on autopilot. From what I've seen, not gonna do, but come on. Do a little bit of role playing. Just a little bit of practice. You're gonna like it, I promise. Maybe, whatever. Chainsmoker's character is Roblox, and he is described in Piano Man style per Irish Pirate. Drill us a hole, you're a psychopath. Drill us a hole tonight. When this Nicto runs in with his mining drill, you're in for a grisly old fight. I don't think that's... I missed the notes, but that's fine. We're moving on. One take. Hal, known to some apparently as Kenny because of the frequency with which his characters die or almost die. That is pretty clever, honestly. I should change his voice. Instead of like the pimp voice, you just do the muffled, you can't understand what he's saying. That's going to be so annoying for people who are only listening. He was once hospitalized for a self-assassination attempt, IRL. He appeared to be doing better now. Appearances, however, are not always considered the most reliable form of opinion. Yeah, lots of very depressed people will just put on a happy face on the outside because it's not an easy thing to talk about. It's not socially acceptable to talk about. So you just have to play pretend for the rest of the world. God, I get it, Hal. I definitely get it. Hal's character was Delanus, a Mandalorian soldier with an unhappy backstory and recent injuries from a run-in with people-sized fire ants that apparently got infected. Yo, remember when Hal got his brain juiced in the last episode? If you don't, yeah, go check it out. I'm sure we covered all that before. Scotty is the real-life inspiration for the big friendly giant. Long hair, long beard, and a kilt and a claymore shy of being a genuine Highland warrior. Yeah, close enough. His character was Merwick, a genuine Wookiee warrior. He was force sensitive, but he wasn't like, you know, a dick about it. He had 1 force power, and it just made him harder to hit in combat, which is a pretty good force power to have if you're gonna be in the middle of combat. HUTTBEARD is a Peter file, you know what I'm talking about, with a habit of sacrificing the group's interests for the sole benefit of Elroy, the one true main character of this campaign, because he spent so much money in the shop. All things must revolve around him, or HUTTBEARD might fall behind on his rent. Money talks, bullshit walks. Or, you know, bullshit also walks, apparently. Money makes the bullshit walk? Is that how that works? I don't know what's going on. Elroy's character is pissant, if you prefer. He's a Jawa, force sensitive, and contrary to Merwick, yeah, he's a total dick about it. He wasn't known for making wise decisions, but we were frequently reminded that Elroy was only doing what Pissant would consider to be appropriate. And I came after Pissant in the last episode saying that, you know, Jawas, I don't know if they like eggs or something like that, but yeah, apparently they do. That's canon. Somebody in the comments let me know. I do remember that quite heartily. And now we will get into the story. My goodness, we're here. When we last left our intrepid band of idiots, Hal had almost been hive-minded into a colony of giant space ants that wanted to turn him into their own personal ventriloquist dummy. We were able to give them an offer they couldn't refuse. Yeah, I can't remember what the offer was, but I do remember that he wasn't fully transformed. Now he's just like schizophrenic with ants inside of his head, which kind of sounds like a fate worse than death, but okay. I mean, they could have refused the offer, but the end result of that diplomatic would be a bunch of pissy gamers rolling up new characters, while Elroy sat behind his plot armor saying, "It could be worse, you know." Yeah, it could be worse for everybody except you, because you come in here and drop daddy's money on everything, right? God, I wish I had some daddy's money. As it turns out, I'm the daddy, and now I just got kids that spend my money. Oh, life is cyclical in a way, is it not? Anyways, it was around this time that I got a call from Hal. I hadn't recognized the number, so the conversation went a little bit like this. OP? Hello? Hal? Hey, OP? OP? Oh, hey, Hal? New number? Hal? Not exactly. I'm at the hospital. OP? Which one? Hal? Not the same one as last time, but it has a psych unit. OP? What happened? Oh man, we are starting early with the heaviness in this episode. Not again, Hal. Come on, little buddy. Ugh. And then Elroy's probably not going to give a damn again. And that ain't cool. Hal then told me a little bit about what was going on with his family. I knew already that his mother was the human embodiment of the mid-August swamp ass of a heavyweight neckbeard with glandular problems. His stepdad, however, was kind, caring, compassionate, and supportive. How the hell did those two end up together? What's going on? And the blood relation one is the one who doesn't give a goddamn? That is super unfortunate. What happened to Hal's actual father? I have a lot of questions here. I do feel bad for Hal, no matter what the answers are. I guess that's the real takeaway here. He was also getting cheated on, Hal had discovered. And by discovered, I mean Hal. She would use me as her professional therapist and proceed to tell me that biological father brought up old feelings. She told me it was none of my business when I called her out for cheating. I didn't have the heart to tell my dad, and it tipped the iceberg. Oh, he calls the stepdad dad. And it's just like sperm donor. I still prefer biological father. But yeah, obviously they don't have a significant connection. So that answers that question, I suppose. Hal internalized this guilt. Hal's thoughts turned a few shades darker. And Hal had himself committed. Oh, well, that's better than an actual attempt, I guess. We're moving in the right direction, I suppose. Yeah, okay. Tip of the hat, not a fedora, to you, Hal, for doing the right thing. Knowing when things are starting to turn for yourself. That is important. That is a big step. He had called me because he just wanted to talk for a bit. I stayed on the phone with him for at least an hour or so. My wife was sitting close enough to hear everything, and being a nosy Nelly, she asked, "Do you need us to bring you anything, honey?" Hal declined and was touched that she was willing to do something like that for him. Entry-level human compassion was nigh overwhelming to him. God, that is such a sad situation to be in. He's such a good little guy. He deserves so much better than he's gotten, and I don't understand why life has to turn out like this sometimes. But he is slowly learning that people are not all evil. Some definitely are, but not all of them. He had very low expectations of what decency looked like, and yet his mother consistently stumbled under the bar like a drunken pole vaulter who forgot which event they were competing in and just wanted to lie down on the mat to sleep it off. Okay, you're good and drunk, right? Make sure to sleep on your back so you fucking choke on your vomit, you worthless bitch. That's coming off a little heavy, honestly. I don't think that I would say any of that. I tried to give Hal's mom the benefit of the doubt in the last episode, but it keeps coming back up, so fine. We're gonna go a little bit harder on her, just a little bit. That was only turning it up 1 or 2 notches. I really want like a whole picture to be painted before I like completely firebomb everything she's about. But yeah, if she died on the pole vaulting mat, I don't think I'd feel too bad about that. Hal told me that he would miss the week session and that I could just autopilot Delanis. He promised me that he wasn't interested in going down the path of sewer slide. He just felt overwhelmed and needed to get out of the house for a bit and get his medication adjusted. Yeah, I mean, I want to take you at your word. I guess I should, above all else. But I would be constantly worrying about this. Although OP, yeah, he does have a degree in psych. He kind of knows how to handle it better than somebody like, you know, Normal Joe. That's what I call myself now, Normal Joe. That's me. Please don't unload your trauma upon me because I really have a lot of trauma of my own and I can't handle it. I don't know how to deal with it. But OP, he's got some tools to deal with all of this. So when I relayed this tale to the table, HUTTBEARD came up with an excuse for Delanis to be inactive. He was in a coma. Oh, God. It seems like such a cheap shot for just, okay, your character's in a coma again. My character was in a coma last time when I was actually at the session. Do you want the character to be played at all? I mean, I guess not, given how much experience HUTTBEARD gives out for attending the sessions, which, if I recall, is quite little. A paltry amount. He doesn't want anybody leveling up. You know what? Just keep all of your characters in a coma. How about that? Except for Elroy, he can he can pull them all around on the little hospital beds so they can watch him kill stuff. And then he has like this string that he pulls that makes him clap.
Daddy, would you like some sausage? Sausages, sausages.
Some of the injuries had gotten infected and gone necrotic, and the pain and toxicity of it all had put him into a coma. They say, when it rains, it pours, but in Hal's case, it's more like, when it rains, it's a fucking Category 5 hurricane with a high probability of flooding. It seems to be Hal's lot in life, and I don't really get it, man. He definitely deserves better than all this. I really hope that things are going better for him these days. I'm sure they are, you know. I talked to him on Discord a couple of times. It seems like he's finding his own and turning into a fine young man. But yeah, that is despite all of the bullshit that he has had to endure, you know? So yeah, I gotta be at least a bit impressed. Dude is stronger than I am, I would wager. There weren't many medical checks that Ferris failed during the campaign. Not big, important ones, at least. You want to guess how the surgery went? If you said Ferris ended up blanking so hard that he started singing, "The hip bone's connected to the neck bone! The neck bone's connected to the shoulder bone!" Just to make sure he had his bearings straight, then congratulations! You win 50 tendy coins and 100 bit marbles. Oh my God. You can buy a quarter of a fart in the Twitch chat with 50 tendy coins. The bit marbles, significantly more pricey. Those are the ones you want to hold on to. Do not ever lose your marbles. Don't be like me. Mandalorians, in case you don't know much about Star Wars, that's me, are a proud race of warriors with a rich history of being armed and armored badasses. Unfortunately, Delanis lost a lot of his threatening demeanor following this medical mishap. We're not scared of him, folk would say. He looks armless.
Look, you stupid bastard, you've got no arms left. Yes, I have. Look, it's just a flesh wound.
Uh-oh. I mean, yeah, then you could get cybernetic arms that crush a fucking brick into powder. That's what I want. I would totally give up my arms if that was the case. Unfortunately, technology has not progressed to that point. I can't become Jax from fucking Mortal Kombat. I'm pretty sure it's Mortal Kombat, isn't it? So yeah, miss me with all that for now. Yes, this was the second of Hal's characters to end up getting the old Peter Weller Officer Murphy treatment. RoboCop? Anyone? No?
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
Showing my age here a little bit. Yeah, maybe just a little bit, man. RoboCop, it should be compulsory viewing for any movie fan. You like some schlock cinema? Here you go. A bit of that old RoboCop. But yeah, I don't think it's very big today, unfortunately. I know of it. Haven't watched it since I was too young to watch it. The difference between Delanis and Jula, however, is that Delanis lost his limbs when the group was relatively flush with cash. Oh yeah! See, you lose your arms, you ain't even gotta worry about it. Your heart gets gross and clogged up with fats. Just buy a baboon heart like Dick Cheney, right? No problem. The taxpayers got me. I embezzled this money fair and square. Ferris chipped in some of his own money to help buy the cybernetics because he blamed himself for failing the medicine role. We didn't get him standard issue arms. No, indeed. We got him top of the line, augmented arms for Armando Frando. Hell yeah! Like I said, crush a brick into powder. Throw it into somebody's eyes. Like, you know, you ain't got some pocket sand around. Just pick up the asphalt and crush it into dust and throw it in the dude's eyes. That is the kind of cybernetic arms that I want. How much did they cost? How much do I need to save? Just let me know because I'm going to get my savings account started right now. These arms bolstered Delanis' agility stat. No, not agility. Give me strength. Endless strength. I want to punch through a dude's chest. But okay, I'll take an agility stat. That's fine, I guess. Elroy. Oh, wait, can they do that? Mac. Yeah, you have to get a pair of them, though. You can't get the boost with just one arm. Whoa. Peacekeeper. Yeah, same goes for legs. If Savo ever ends up with Hal's kind of luck, I'm gonna invest in them to get my sniping and piloting paw. Bro, that would be so sick. I don't know how it helps out your sniping to have metal legs. But it sounds awesome and I'm all for it. You know what? Why don't I just transplant my consciousness into a robot? I think that's the biggest brain play at this point. I'll never die. Replace the battery. We can make cringe ReddX poop YouTube videos for the rest of forever until the heat death of the universe. Elroy says, do they stack? Like if someone lost all their arms and legs, could they double the bonus? Or like if they wanted to add extra arms? Oh my god, dude. You don't cut your arms off on purpose. Wait, didn't I just say that I would earlier in the episode? Whoops. Now I gotta change my mind because I can't be seen siding with this neckbeard. Miss me with all of that. Oh, yeah. Just what we need. A pint-sized General Grievous. Let's make Pissant even harder to get rid of. God damn it, dude. HUTTBEARD is going to allow it. You know it's just a matter of time. We're like, yeah, how much money did you bring with you today? I'll allow it. That's fine. The little hamsters were a-trotting in Elroy's head, and he decided that he needed to go shopping. So what did Pissant obtain at our next port of call? Was it A, a Maul katana, B, a fedora, or trilby if you prefer, C, a My Little Pony Collector's Edition box set which he promptly put into a coom jar, or D, a pair of brawn-enhancing cybernetic legs and arms? And yes, I think that the answer to this question was probably E, all of the above. You can't do without any of this. How could a neckbeard be seen without his Maul katana and trilby? That's just not the way to go. We need that Maul ninja shit, dog. I say obtain rather than buy because Pisant did not open his wallet to procure his upgrades. Oh my god. He started out, he's like, I'm not gonna be a Sith. I'm gonna be a good Jedi, etc., etc. And then he goes around stealing a bunch of shit. Like, how does this affect your alignment? Is alignment a thing in this game? I have to assume that it is. He's a Sith by this point, isn't he? He used the Force and a skullduggery check to conjure up that old 5-finger discount. He succeeded on the check, but not without a couple of threats. What a little asshole. Is this what your character would do? Then yeah, your character's a Sith. I don't care if you're Force sensitive or whatever. You're going around menacing people with the Force. That's not what a Jedi would do. God damn it. HUTTBEARD spun that as Elroy grabbing mismatched legs. Okay. One a bit longer than the other. Little Jawa running down the hall. Ka-dunk, ka-dunk, ka-dunk. That could be pretty funny. As I finish giving Hal a reason to adopt the moniker Fister Roboto. Domo arigato, Fister Roboto. I hear a shrill, familiar squeak. Elroy as Pissant. Ferris, I need your help. OP as Ferris. A la Gordon Ramsay, which I forgot to do last episode. Piss off. I'm not that kind of doctor. Elroy as Pissant. I need you to attach my new limbs. OP as Ferris. What's wrong with the ones that you were hatched with? Elroy is Pissant. These will make me stronger. OP is Ferris. I'm not going to cut perfectly good limbs off just to graft cybernetics onto... Elroy looks irritated for just a splinter of a second before turning to HUTTBEARD. Elroy. I used my lightsaber to cut my legs off.
If your leg get cut off, would it hurt? Duh. How though? Cause your leg got cut off, fool. Where you gonna feel the pain? In your leg.
Oh, he is committed. I will tell you that much. What are you gonna do with the meaty hunks of leg? That is so hardcore. I guess Ferris can't rightly let him bleed out. Is the Hippocratic Oath still a thing in Star Wars? I might be tempted to just be like, okay, let me go get my tools, and then go out back for a smoke break, and when you come back, he's already passed out. And you're like, well, he's basically dead. No use saving him now. But as Charles Darwin once said, it's not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent. It is the one most adaptable to change. Or, as Irish Pirate once said, sometimes survival comes down to a malformed hybrid of luck and pity. We're definitely leaning hard on the pity in this one. What are you gonna do with the leg? I really want to know. Do you just throw it out into space? Do you fry up your legs and eat them? I would really be tempted. Human meat, so good. It gives you the shivers. Little bit of that long pork while you're flying through space. Now, you would think that Elroy would have conditioned the "what the hell is wrong with you" reaction out of us by this point, but here we were, staring at him as if he was our own personal train wreck, which, in many ways, he was. Well, thank you for sharing your personal train wreck with all of us. Now he's a train wreck that thousands of people can enjoy all together. And that's really what this is all about. Sharing is caring and whatnot. OP just says, why? Elroy, it's what my character would do. Ferris said he wouldn't cut Pissant's limbs off, so he did it himself. This Jawa, I don't think anybody would be inclined to cut their own limbs off. He's got balls of steel, or he's got a brain of bone. I know which one I'm leaning towards. A chaotic, stupid character displaying the pinnacle of stupidity. OP, in the immortal words of Hank Hill, that's just asinine. Elroy is pissant. There, now you have to do it. Do I, though? I really just kind of want to let him bleed out, though. OP is Ferris. Oh, and where's that written? Elroy is pissant. You have an oath as a doctor. OP is Ferris. My license has been gone long enough to be legally declared dead. Elroy. Dude, you have to put the legs on. And I would agree to put his old legs back on. I'm like, I don't know what you want with these robotic fucking things. I'm not putting the cybernetic legs on. Forget about it. OP says, I really don't have to, though. Hippocrates never existed a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Is that true? I guess it's true. It might be canon. I don't hear any mention of Hippocrates in Star Wars. Elroy. But he heals everyone, even his enemies. Which kind of begs the question, what does that make you then? Huh? Yeah, who needs enemies when you got friends like these? Ain't that right, boys? God, just endlessly frustrating. Ugh. OP, have you ever seen him heal someone that intentionally hurt themselves like that? Elroy, no, but they're friends. Is that really what you think? That is the word that you would pick to describe our relationship. We might go begrudging acquaintances, but friends? Oh yeah, totally. The bestest of friends. Right up there with fucking Batman and the Joker, Holmes and Moriarty, Tesla and Edison. That is to say, not friends. Maybe nemesis is more accurate. But if you let your nemesis die, then what fun are you going to have? That's the same reason Joker keeps the Batman alive. You think about that for a minute, huh? I could have refused. I could have said, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. But then what? HUTTBEARD says, a wandering cyberneticist happens by and offers his services to this poor creature. Yeah, probably. There's just no winning when the GM is this dude's plaything. It was the bronze medal of certainty, right behind death and taxes. And then what? You think Pissant would just forgive Ferris for trying to leave him there, like the Monty Python Black Knight? It's just a flesh wound. He would most assuredly do worse to me than try and bite my legs off.
Come back here and take what's coming to you! I'll bite your legs off!
I texted HUTTBEARD regularly about Elroy being a poor fit for the group, and he said very clearly that if we wanted him gone, it would be on us to get rid of him. What's that supposed to mean? I'm supposed to just bludgeon this player into the ground and hope that he doesn't roll a new character? What the hell? You're the GM. Grow some balls. Take control. Of course, we know better to expect any of that from HUTTBEARD, right? Good God. HUTTBEARD said, I know he can be a bit much, but I've been in games with people like him before. You just have to do your own thing and ignore what he wants to do until he gets the hint. You can't make a horse drink, but you can watch him die of thirst. Ram-tide. Oh, words from a very wise young man, right? I think I stole that just a couple of episodes ago. And I didn't even attribute it to nobody because I don't. I just lift stuff. And if you know, then you know. And that's fine. All this was a nice idea, in theory. But when the GM comes along and empties a canteen down that damn horse's gullet, then there's no expectation that you would experience elation at eyeballing the equestrian expiration via dehydration. Oh, the alliteration and the rhyming. Alliteration also rhymes. Wow, that's... You're just blowing my mind right now. How did you do it? So, if Elroy was gonna get his new legs one way or the other, I might as well contribute to the affair. Yeah, don't make him an even worse enemy, I suppose. Because at the end of the day, he is gonna get those fucking legs. At least this way, I could try and keep one hand on the steering wheel. Ugh, terrible. Then he got an idea. An awful idea. Ferris got a wonderful, awful idea.
The Grinch got a wonderful, awful idea.
OP as Ferris says, fine, but I need to have Rachel look at them first. Elroy is pissant. What? Why? OP as Ferris. These legs aren't even the same fucking length. What's your plan? To weeble and warble your way across the battlefield? Send the stormtroopers into fits of laughter? I would really like to see that, as a matter of fact. Can we do that? Are we allowed to do that? Ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. Elroy is pissant, says, oh, I could fix them. OP is Ferris. You just cut your own bloody legs off. If you're not in shock yet, you will be soon enough. If you want to try your hand at it while your brain fuzzes off on an endorphin high, then have at it. It's not like legs are that important, right? They're not. I totally cut them off myself. Look what I'm doing over here. Elroy is pissant. Okay. She was an astromech, so I guess she knows about repairs. But can she handle this in her new body? By that, do you mean can she see over her heat sinks? Because you remember, Rachel, that droid got some big old badonka-donka heat sinks, right? If I recall correctly. OP as Ferris says, her left arm opens up into a multi-tool with all her old attachments. And she's been learning. Yes, ever since her Fallout 4 Curie-esque transformation, HUTTBEARD was giving her half the experience that he gave the rest of us, and was having her slowly progress down the mechanic and pilot trees. That is actually legitimately a really fucking cool idea. Half the experience that the group is getting is really, really slow, though. She'll be able to do mechanic and pilot things sometime next year. This guy does not give out experience. Why you gotta be so stingy? There is no level cap here. Give them as much as they need to feel like powerful characters. But that's not what HUTTBEARD is there for. He's only there to make Elroy feel like a superstar. But Elroy / Pissant does agree and just says, oh, well, okay. Yeah, okay. More than fucking okay. That's great. Thank you, robot, for fixing my legs, which I couldn't do myself since I'm passing out now. Boom. What do you want to bet that he goes into a coma? Purposely fail your roles, OP. That is what karma requires. The others had their own little objectives at the time. I can't remember what they were. HUTTBEARD was having us go round robin, so it would be a while before Elroy would get to do anything again. Elroy says out of character, "Hey, OP, can you tell me when it's my turn to do something? I'm gonna go look through some magic binders and see if there's anything good in there." And HUTTBEARD's like, "Yes, please, spend more money."
Give me your fucking money!
I get it, honestly. I already texted my idea to HUTTBEARD, but having Elroy step away would be even better. The idea, you see, was to have Rachel tinker with the legs to get them to a uniform length, yes, but that's not all. Yes. Turn down the power or something. I was gonna have her Bluetooth pair the limbs to herself as the primary user. Oh my god. You can control his legs now? That is fucking hilarious. I love it already. We would connect them as Pissant requested, but now I had a kill switch on his legs. This is so perfect. You know he's gonna cut off his cybernetic legs sooner rather than later. The first time that kill switch happens, he's gonna be like, I need to get rid of these legs. If I ever told Rachel, what a lovely day for a tea party, Elroy's legs would buckle, and he would drop to the ground faster than a drunk guy walking home across loose cobblestones during an earthquake with Mario Kart banana peels for shoes. Oh, I want it to happen. Please tell me it's gonna happen. Please tell me in the most critical moment he finds out what shenanigans you've gotten up to with his fucking legs. It seems so evil, but you know, if OP didn't have this as an option, then Elroy would just be out there messing even more stuff up. So yeah, I think this is a big brain play. Even bigger brain than locking him into the cargo hold like you did that one time and he just cut the fucking ramp open or whatever. Now you can get rid of his goddamn legs. Oh, I love it. And then hopefully you could gaslight him into being like, oh, the legs just malfunctioned. That's weird. Oh, Lord. Lego my ego. Know what I'm talking about?
Hey, let go of my ego.
Part of the reason that we hadn't fought Pissant when he screwed us over time and time again was because we knew that he could actually kill one or two of us before we brought him down. This leg-based Lojack system would give us a much-needed advantage if he ever got too big for his toddler-sized britches. Oh my god, dude. I hope you PK him. Let this happen. I want this to come to pass so hard. So, Elroy came back. Elroy got his legs reattached. Elroy said, okay, now I need one of my arms cut off. Sure, whatever. Now he's just gonna be like a torso. Did you do the Lojack Bluetooth thing to his arms as well? I hope to God that you did. Oh, it's so ingenious. You could also just botch the surgery, but this has much more long-lasting effects, right? Anyways, let's fast forward a bit now, shall we? The arms were already the same length, so there was no opportunity to give them the override setup. Aw, well, that's okay, I guess. So it went arm cut off, new arm attached. Arm cut off, other arm attached. By this point, Elroy thought Ferris was actually Pissant's friend. How? Why? Beard only knows. Because you were actually doing what he wanted, I guess. Because he doesn't have many other friends to glom onto, I guess. Things didn't go off without a hitch, though. For Delanus, that is. As always, everything was coming up Elroy, as it does. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Hey, OP, you remember Alf? He's back in Pog form. God, I love Millhouse. The amputations had been mostly successful, but some of the infection had moved into the shoulders. Bacta wasn't working for some reason. Ferris would need to try something else. What's this? HUTTBEARD? Including my backstory? Was it my birthday? It just may be. Seems like a relatively easy one to insert, but yeah, it was nice of him to do so. As mentioned previously, Ferris had researched colto, which is an organic healing substance, when he was a professor. A rival had sabotaged his research and gotten him fired, but Ferris still believed in the idea. He first theorized what colto could do when he was serving in the Imperial Army as a medic and saw that some wounds responded better to Bacta than others. He tried some confiscated colto packs that had been taken off the corpses of some rebels and found that Bacta-resistant wounds did well with colto. There was potential here to save billions of lives. Oh, but you gotta watch out for Big Bacta. They're gonna come down and take this whole thing apart. It's so applicable, I shouldn't laugh. It makes me uncomfortable. Hey, great. The story behind why Ferris left the Empire was that he was healing both sides after battles, only to discover later that stormtroopers rarely took his dissident patients captive. The breaking point was when they purged a village of civilians because they'd been harboring rebels. Men, women, children. Ferris hated that the Empire hadn't lived up to his idealistic idea of what it should be. He was now ashamed of ever having served in their ranks. Yeah, it's always hard when you discover the truth, isn't it? He was very sensitive about the fact that he had served in a military that had killed innocent people. Children were the only beings in the universe that he wouldn't yell at, because he could still see the face of a girl that he had healed, only to later find a small, smoldering skeleton on a pile of other malcontents. Jesus Christ, this is some heavy backstory. Killing children? I don't like that in my tabletop, man. But, I guess it's okay. It's part of the plot. As long as we just move past it, let's not dwell on it for too long. That is heavy. He didn't want to add another failure to his conscience, so Ferris needed some colto to heal Delanus. For that, I needed the Selkath, natives of the planets where colto grew, to sell some to me. In order to get them to sell it to me, I needed to prove that it was viably marketable. And to do that, I needed my research. Well, loop-de-loop. Come on, can't I just buy like a dose or two? You can overcharge me, that's fine. I didn't spend all of my money on robot limbs. But yeah, getting the research back, that is a relatively good plot hook as well. Then maybe Ferris can reestablish himself as like a real doctor person, get his license reinstated, etc., etc. Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, we flew to the planet of my old alma mater so I could get on the campus and download a copy of my old research. The security guard remembered me from the old days, and I was able to bluff him into thinking that I was there to interview to get my old job back. I don't think the security guard's too hooked into what's going on with the faculty. I don't think that this place would take Ferris back at this point, but okay, I'm glad he's dumb or something. Apparently, he didn't even think I was a big enough threat to search for weapons. Rude. Helpful to me, mind you, but still rude. No one else was allowed on this campus, however. Peacekeeper, it's okay. We'll figure out a way to spend our time. Smoking blunts, drinking beers, beers.
Smoking weed, doing coke, drinking beers.
See also drinking, gambling, and vagrancy. Yeah, some good old times. They still know how to have fun, even in Star Wars. Ferris found his way to his old building and made his way to the biomedical research wing. I ran into a bit of a problem when the time came to download my data, however. I couldn't access the server room. I would need to connect my datapad from an access point, and the nearest one was in a nearby lecture hall. All right, time for that stealth. Here we go, stealth check, go! I had a plan. I would slip into the back row and pretend I was just auditing whatever class was being offered. It had been years since I set foot on campus, so who would remember me? Who indeed? Rival would. Rival looked up from his podium as the door opened, and he gave me a smug grin. Oh, son of a bitch. Rival.
Well. If it isn't my old colleague. Class, I want to direct your attention to the back to see what a failure looks like.
Ferris sat down and passed the skullduggery check to connect to a network access point without making it obvious. OP is Ferris. Have you covered castration procedures yet? Rival's been on both sides of that knife. A wellspring of knowledge he is on that subject. Rival.
Cute. What's your business here?
OP is Ferris. None of yours. Rival.
Still working on that backwards theory of yours? Class, allow me to show you something.
Well, this lecture has been beautifully derailed. Okay, sure, why not? Rival went to a room behind the podium and shuffled through a few things before coming back out with a canister. This is a canister of farts! He's gonna breathe the whole thing in front of the class and pass out. Called it. Here it comes. Rival says,
the man sitting behind you thinks he knows better than the modern pharmaceutical industry.
Thank you, Gentu.
He seems to think that this, waving the canister back and forth, is the next big breakthrough, even though it's been outdated for centuries. You should see his idea for a new land speeder. It's got wheels.
Oh, that's a good one. Why is he so bitter? He won. Why is he holding on to this? I guess that's just what rivals do. But that's okay because OP wants to be the very best like no one ever was. The verbal sparring had come to an end. Rival had the exact thing that I needed to help Delanis. Ferris rose from his seat and walked down to the front of the lecture hall. He extended his hand and patted the blaster at his side. Rival scoffed at the implied threat and handed over the canister. Well, that was easy, wasn't it? Mission complete! Rival.
I should have known that you'd resort to barbarism and extortion. I'd expect no less from a murderer.
Well, you think these words offend me? I have murdered people. What do you want? Actually, Ferris directly hasn't murdered people, but everybody that he surrounds himself with has. I roleplayed Ferris as being too angry at that comment to even give a smart-ass retort. And then Ferris turned to leave. Rival.
You're leaving? What's the hurry? Do you need to go somewhere to fill your quota of killing unarmed innocents?
Yeah, that's a hot button issue for Ferris. You are about to experience some heat. Please fuckle up. Ferris, I decided, snapped. His limit had now been reached. OP is Ferris. Short trip. Ferris drew his blaster and pressed it to Rival's forehead. His kill count went from 0 to 1. Oh my god! I mean, it is pretty cool though. In front of the whole class and everything? Jesus Christ. HUTTBEARD smiled and pulled up some music on his phone. Freebird. And this bird you cannot change. Whoa, 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 whoa. What if I just went on like a 9-minute solo singing Freebird? God, that would be the best episode ever. He started it up around the 4-minute mark and started his description. Rival's body had barely hit the ground when the students of the lecture hall started standing up. There were no terrified screams. There were no shrieks of dismay. The band of academics were now arming themselves with knives, blasters,
and makeshift implements of painful death that they were pulling from backpacks, desks, or from the fucking ether, so far as I could tell. Oh God, what class is this? Who are these people? Jesus Christ. HUTTBEARD never even explained why they were armed to the teeth or why they reacted the way that they did. For the meme, I guess. As the song reached the 4 and 55 mark, he started a 15-on-1 round of combat, and then I pieced it together for myself. If the situation and musical choice don't make sense, I encourage you to look up Kingsman Church Fight. Woo-wee! Now, I have not seen Kingsman the Church Fight. I just looked it up and we watched it on the Twitch stream, and that is one of the greatest things I've ever seen. What a reference. I'm so glad that was included. I guess tip of the hat to HUTTBEARD for that one. He's done a lot of stuff wrong, but he did at least one thing sort of almost slightly right. Everyone at the table enjoyed a hearty laugh as I was hoisted by my own petard. They even pulled up some classical music to play on their turns to describe what they were doing while I was knee-deep in combat. I like the musical jokes. That's always pretty nice. Petty revenge for the time that I had done something similar with them, which we saw in a previous part. I would have laughed if I wasn't actually worried about Ferris's odds of survival. Yeah, this is probably not going to turn out too well. I was able to keep myself alive with medicine checks and stim packs while trying to whittle their numbers down. HUTTBEARD had put them into weak minion groups. The point wasn't to kill me, you see. The point was just to give me a taste of my own smartassery. Okay, but they legitimately could have killed you at some point. I'm glad that you could use your medicine skill on yourself. That's all I'll say. But you need to stay alive in order to use said medicine skill on yourself, which you seem to have done. So, good on ya. The fight ended with a lecture hall full of dead students. From 0 to 1, and 1 to 16, I guess. And there was a bloody Ferris limping his way to the exit. And he was sure to grab that datapad with his research notes on his way out. Yeah, we came a long way, baby. But here we are. Colto in hand, I managed to drag myself back to the ship, whereupon Peacekeeper met me with a cheerful Peacekeeper imitating Ferris's accent. You look like shite. Ferris, I almost died. Mac, well, that'll do it. Whoa! Cheeky bastards. And so it was that I had dramatically increased my kill count and also procured the means by which to heal Delanus and convinced the Cellcath to open up for business. Yeah, you killed 20 birds with one blaster bolt or something. Nala passed the diplomacy check, and we set off back to the Alderaanian asteroid field with the Colto that we had promised. We needed to get the other ship to be able to carry all of the Keelix to their new home. We dropped them off and disappeared back into the nebula to wait. The Hive told us that it would take some time for them to grow their tankety-tank bugs. We had full bars on our Delanus, so the call came in crystal clear when they said, HUTTBEARD as joiner Delanus, it's time. But not this time. All that is going to have to wait for the official episode number 8. Oh boy! And now it's time for a parody. Y'all ready for that? It's Jermaine Clement singing Shiny. Well, little pissant hasn't always been this strong. I was a plain little pain once. Grabbed a leg that was a little bit too long and told the medic to fix it. But your legs are fine, he said with narrowed eyes and a crude little scoff. And then I did a thing that took him by surprise. I cut him off. I wanna be a cyborg. Watch me run around on metal legs and feet.
Ain't it neat? He made me a cyborg. Now my enemies will only taste defeat. I'm complete. Dude, you know that was dumb, dumb, dumb. They all told me. I said, screw it. I'll do it. Oh, Saber's hum, hum, hum on my arm, then cuts through it. Nothing to it. I bet you wish you were cyborg. 'Cause nothing beats a cyborg. It's only the first verse. I guess that's fine. Wrap it up. One shot. Oh, I'm pretty happy with it, except the ending. Whatever. It started strong. You got to start strong and end strong. But we're not ending the whole episode with that, so that's fine. Somebody give me a really good joke to say at the end. Come on! There are not but 2 installments left of this tale. Gasp. I will say that I find the ending to be satisfying, but I don't know how the rest of you will take it. It doesn't have the fireworks that I think some of you might hope for, but nor, in my opinion, does it end on a whimper. But we all know what they say about opinions. They're like assholes, and they all stink. And everybody has one too, I guess. Next chapter will be out, hopefully, in a week or so. And yes, Irish Pirate sitting in the Twitch chat right now. He told me that he's been working on it tonight, so we're looking forward to seeing it pretty soon. You'll probably see it like next week or so. It's been pretty difficult to get things correct when I'm scheduling it out so we can get the thumbnails all lined up and stuff like that. So I appreciate you guys' patience regarding this stuff. As always, the parody song, an absolute freaking banger. I'm not surprised by Elroy doing another stupid thing in this episode. I have to wonder how it's all gonna end, though, you know? I mean, HUTTBEARD did say, if you want him out of the group, then you gotta get him out of the group. And so people are like, okay, I guess we'll work to get him out of the group. And then HUTTBEARD does that old shocked Pikachu face, like, what? How could this happen? Come on, man. I mean, it's kind of like the ship of Theseus, you know, that old philosophical question, like, how many parts does Elroy have to replace on himself before he's no longer Elroy anymore? And I guess the answer to that, as far as humans go, is just one. If he replaced his head, then it wouldn't be him anymore. And he'd probably be a lot more tolerable to be around at that point. But so far, he hasn't gotten a cybernetic brain that helps him with his critical thinking faculties. So we'll just have to deal with him and eventually see him out of the group, I do suppose. But anywho, I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, I hope that you'll like, comment, and or subscribe upon the video. Maybe share it around, or the first part, or whichever part you like the most. Yeah, slap that on Grandma's Facebook timeline, you know what I'm saying? We got all kinds of links down in the description. Plugs, playlists, podcasts, you know, Spotify, Twitter, iTunes. Wait, not Twitter. Twitter doesn't have podcasts yet. But maybe it will. I do have a Twitter, though. I've also got a Facebook and a Discord, and of course the Twitch, where Irish Pirate and so many other people have been hanging out with me today. It's been really cool. We do the Reddit reading, and then we do some gaming stuff. So if you'd like to join us, maybe on the weekend will be a good time for you, because it does start at like 1 a.m. Eastern time, and we go until the wee hours of the morning. For me, it's the afternoon, so yeah. It's just based on my own convenience, I guess. The time might shift if I turn into a night owl once again. But anyways, hit me up over there. Hit me up on the Patreon. That's the last one. The most important one, some might say. I would like to thank my gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful, generous patrons, as I do every episode. Jerry much. So thank you, Mawire Jerry, Darth Luscious, ooh, Harley Hohen, Robert Waits, Camille Sarah, Malama Man, yeah, I figured out how to say that because I've been instructed. Roxanne Wolf, Simp Jerry, Conrad Ingy, Captain Clown Jerry, Destiny Piper, Aaron Jerry, Broken Logic, Esteban, For Auld Lang Syne, might be the end for Ayueri. You keep fighting, we need all the Jerrys. Or gave me Steve Bean Tom with a bag of marbles from downtown, while Jerry begged for forgiveness. No forgiveness here. Silent Revolver, not Bang Bang. PCB, the original Jerry, Tick Jerry, Jerry Kitsune, Satori, 211 Jerry, the two Jerrys, a Jerry ready for springtime, yeah, here we go, a Justy Jargonian Jerry, Aspen XO, Assassin Pug Jerry, Bang Bang, Aurora Wildheart, Grizzly, Baby Jerry, Bailey Joy, Bearded Jerry, Bitch Gremlin, Blade the Hero, Blip Bloop Jerry, Catholic Jerry, Commander J Tank, Confederate Jew, Dennis Dayton, Dr. Larks, Duck, Emergent Jewel, Era, Eastbars, Frozen Over Studio, Fire Drake, Gypsy, Hadrian BR, I'm Slim Jerry, yes, I'm the real Jerry, all you Slim Jerry's are just imitating, Irish Pirate, someone swap me treasure with not but tendy coins and marbles. Radiated Jam, Itchy Nuts, he's just scratching, bro. A pimp named Jay Crisp, J.M. Coon, Jerry Blacktail, Jerry Nice, Jerry Evil, Jerry the Outlaw Mother Trucker, Jerry Beans, now with green apple and Jerry Berry flavors. Yum Yum, John Hero John, Jerry Jingleheimer Schmidt. You're not gonna believe this, but that's my fucking name too. Crewhee, Legitimate Girth, Miss Monday, like and subscribe. Uba Lady Dix, the next to last Jerry Bender. I have anxiety. God. It's a good one. Marble Mabel. Oh, we're gonna get Mabels up in here. Melgar the Destroyer, Metal Fector, Needless King 89, Nightmare Jerry, Phantom of the Pines, Jerrykins and Jerry Beth, Queens, Quaaludes and Quagmires, Ramtide Lacrimates, Rose Jerry Miller, TSM Kirby, Sarita the Lolita, Saucy Octopus, Scarlet's Coven, Sergeant Gay Cop, Bringer of the Law, Silo Imp, Stephanie Goodner, Synaptic Boomstick, Brilliant Tamago, Tapioca Bagloo, Tato Ferret, 10-Ton Monster, the Italian Greyhound Dino, the Littlest Who, Winter Fusky, trying to find a marble to get back to the real world. You probably don't want to blow into that balloon knot. It's a stinky balloon. Unbusy Bee, V3 Prime, Vanguard Angel, Viking Jerry, Void version 3 because Red keeps killing me in Battle Brothers. Oh, it's only twice. It's only twice. WikiTech, Wilmags, Zephyr the Gargoyle, or Clay, Void Scent Collector of Cringe. It's Jerry time. Holds ReddX Morpher, Self-Reflection. Comrade Mooney, Kira, not another Jerry, but he is though. Redwin, Naga Viper, Third Step, Venom Jerry, Jace Christensen, One Leg Jerry's lost in the wild, a normal Jerry. Got my wicks back, but now I'm stuck with a bill for 2 hotel rooms. You could share a bed, that's fine. Admiral T-Tech, Amber Alder, another stupid hipster, Atomic Jerry, Zilla, Breaker of the Tom Army, Babsy-Kun, Bartender Kelia, Blueberry, and Apple Pie, Broken Spine Horseradish, the original different Jerry, and that's Cake Jerry, California Jerry Girl, Chevron 7 Lock, Cody B, Corporal Admiral Lieutenant Prairie Woo Jerry. You know, you get what I'm saying. Cryptidis, D Crazy, aka STI Jerry, Defon Jerry, Defter Tuna, Dopamine Dane Jerry is, Dwarfy Dude, Ghost of Alpha, Heek Knot, Holy Berry Jerry, Janitor Jerry, laying low with Vladimir till I can make it across the border with my remaining marbles. Good luck, they're on the lookout for the Jerrys these days. Jeffrey, Geralt of Rivia, Jerry and Tom versus Happy New Year's Weird Bee Apocalypse, Jerry the Sussy Baka, Jerry's mom has got it going on, Jerry Aldo Rivera, Jerry Roxers, Jerry Roleplaying Game, Judge Jerry and Executioner, Keaton Tales, Kid Marvelous, Kidsican, Life of Guardian, Little Ann Woods, Lucia Lovecraft, Machia CD, maybe next time, Milkfed Gimp, Miss Duchess, Not Invisible Angel. Oh, it's time! It's Jerry time! Raptor Art, she's my Jerry Pie, Snary the Snom Jerry, Snowman, what is best in life? To crush your enemies, to put them feet to Jesus, to hear the lamentation of their body pillows. Spoony the Rogue, Spoopy Scary Jerry Ton. Techno Dubs, the original Jerry. He's not. To Infinite Jerry and beyond. We're doing it. Unkale, Underwater Movies, formerly the X card. Unfortunate Jerry screaming at Nookie's latest magical girl for transformation to make it stop. Throws 2-liter Mountain Dew. Grow, my neckbeard, grow. It's Jerry time. Holds ReddX Morpher. Hygiene. It's Jerry time. Holds ReddX Morpher. Humility. We only need 5 It's Jerry times, I'm pretty sure. And thank you to my $1 patrons as well, of course. Beautiful people that they are. Thank you to each and every last one of you, Jerry's and not Jerry's alike, for supporting the channel in the way that you do, helping to pay for the thumbnails, helping to pay for the editor, the other crazy projects that I get up to. It all does get reinvested back into the channel, so please don't hesitate to join if you can. But if you can't, you know, don't sweat it too hard, friends. I just appreciate you coming on through, hanging out with me, and I hope that you come on back and hang out with me again tomorrow. In order to do so, you need to keep yourself safe out there, wash your hands, but also take some time out and do something to personally enjoy today, maybe like watching some more ReddX videos. I'm trying to do as fast as possible. It's not working. Always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, and you definitely deserve it. I will see you in the next one, and until then, bye-bye.